Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Guruji Mathematics Tutorials. I am Pariksha Gupta and today we will start a new chapter, that is understanding quadrilaterals, which is chapter number 3 of class 8th. Okay, now first of all we will understand some terms like polygons, its classifications, what are diagonals, what are regular and irregular polygons, what is a plane curve. Okay, so let us understand these topics first. After that we will understand quadrilaterals also. Okay, so now what do you mean by plane curve? Plane curve means if you are able to draw any surface, any diagram on a paper with a pencil, then it is known as a plane curve. Okay, this surface is a plane curve. Okay, now what do you mean by polygons? What are polygons? That are made up of line segments. Okay, and yeah, that are made up of line segments. For example, like this, okay, like this. So these all are simple like polygons. Okay, its classifications include, there are so many classifications of polygons. Okay, for example, we can say that triangle, okay, square, rectangle, rhombus, these all are classifications of polygons. Okay, now what are diagonal? I hope you have understood or you have heard this word previously as well. Okay, what diagonal means? Suppose I am having a rectangle here. Okay, a line segment, listen me carefully, a line segment which is joining two non-consecutive vertices. Okay, just like this. So this is known as a diagonal. Okay, similarly if I am joining these two vertices, okay, these are non-consecutive vertices, so this is also known as diagonal of a rectangle. Similarly we can find out diagonal of square as well, diagonal of rhombus as well, diagonal of parallelogram as well. Okay, so this is what diagonal means. Okay, now what do you mean by regular and irregular polygons? Okay, regular means if I am saying that I am having a rectangle. Okay, now in rectangle there are two things. Okay, one, these sides, other, these angles. Okay, so if a figure or if a curve is equiangular and equilateral, then it is a regular polygon. Okay, so if you see equilateral and equiangular means if it is having same sides, okay, same length of sides and same angles. Okay, now this is a regular polygon. Regular polygon in which case, if this triangle is a equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means all these three sides are same. Okay, so if these three sides will be same, then obviously these three angles will be same as well, right? So this type of curve or figure, you can say that these are regular polygons. Okay, similarly let us say I am having a rectangle. Is it a regular polygon? Okay, see, these two sides are equal, but these two sides are not equals to these two sides, right? Opposite sides are equal, but all the four sides are not equal. Okay, and if you talk about the angle here, these angles are equal, right? So we can say that, see, what was the definition of this regular polygon? If a polygon is equiangular and equilateral, that means if it is having same angles as well as same side, then we called it as regular polygon. So this is not regular polygon. Why? Because all these four sides are not equal, opposite sides are equal, so it is irregular polygon. Okay, similarly if I take the example of a square, what do you think? क्या आपको लगता है कि ये रेगुलर पॉलीगन होगा या नहीं होगा? Obviously all the four sides are equal and all the four angles are also equal, so it is a regular polygon. Okay, so this is how we can differentiate between regular polygon and irregular polygon. Okay, so just revise all these things. Polygon means a simple closed curve including like which is having, you can say that the line segments. Okay, so that is known as polygon. Classifications of polygons means you can say the triangles, square, rectangle, all these are classifications of polygons. Diagonal means a line segment which is joining two non-consecutive vertices of any closed curve, that is known as diagonal. Irregular and regular polygon means regular if it is having same sides. If any closed curve is having same side and same angles, then it is a regular polygon. Otherwise it will be a irregular polygon. Okay, let us take one more example of irregular polygon. Suppose I am having this triangle. If you see clearly, the angles are also not equal and sides are also not equal. So this is an example of irregular polygon. Okay. Okay, so next topic is angle sum property in this quadrilaterals only. Okay, now what we mean by angle sum property? Angle sum property means if there is a triangle, okay, or we can say that the sum of measurement of a triangle, okay, any triangle is 180 degree. Okay, always, this will be true always. Okay, so I'll just write the definition here. The sum of the measurement of all the three angles in a triangle will be 180 degree. Okay, so let us say I am having a triangle like this. Okay, this is 90 degree and we have to find these two triangles. Okay, let us say this is 45 degree and we have to find the third angle. Okay, so let us assume this angle is x. Okay, now by the angle sum property we know that this is a triangle, right? By angle sum property we know that all this, like the sum of all these three angles will be 180 always. Okay, so what I can write, this 90 degree, okay, plus 45 plus x is equals to 180. This equation can be formed, okay, with the angle sum property. Now this 90 plus 45 is 135 plus x is equals to 180 degree, right? Now I can find the value of x easily. This is a linear equation. We can transpose this 135 to right hand side and this will be in negative. So x is equals to 180 minus 135, which is equals to 45 degree. Okay, so we can say that this angle x is equals to 45 degree. Okay, so this is how we can solve, we can find any value of x if we are having the triangle. Okay, we have to find the angle of triangle, but this is true if we are having two values. Okay, now suppose if there is a question that we have to find the value of angles, or we can say we have to find angles in a equilateral triangle, okay, by angle sum property, right? So we know that, see, we know in equilateral triangle all the three angles are same, right? So we can write this is also x, this is also x, this is also x, because we know all these three angles are same. And with the angle sum property, these three x will be equals to 180 degrees. Sum of these three angles will be equals to 180 degree. So what I can write x plus x plus x is equals to 180 degree. Now this is equals to 1x plus 1x. 3x is equals to 180 degree, right? This 3 is in multiplication here. So after transposition it will go in division. So x is equals to 180 divided by 3. Okay, if you divide this you will get 60. So this is how, now we know x is equals to 60 and we know all these three angles are x only. So we can write, instead of x we can write here 60 degree, this is also 60 degree and this is also 60 degree, isn't it? So this is how we can find the angles of any triangle, any type of triangle. Okay, now Yeah, this was all about angle sum property, but yes, we can also find the value of angles or value of angles for any figure. Okay, whether for any polygon, whether it is a regular polygon or irregular polygon. Okay, so let us see how we'll solve that. Okay, so next example is of this polygon here. Okay, now there are 4 angles in this polygon, if you can see clearly, and we have to find this one polygon here, right? Now how we will do that? Now there is one more property, if you have remember, the sum of all the 4 angles will be 360 always. Okay, now how we can solve this? We know that all the 4 angles will be 360. How we are proving? If you have remember the example of square, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree. This is a square, right, having 4 angles. So all the 4 angles will be equals to 360 degree. So by this, like, we are assuming there are 4 angles here, and the sum of all these 4 angles will be 360 degree. Okay, so as we have solved earlier, जैसे हमने triangles को solve किया था, similarly हम polygons को भी solve कर सकते हैं. So let us say 50 degree plus 130 degree plus 120 degree plus x. These are 4 angles which we are having, and we have to find the value of x here. Now all these 4, sum of all these 4 angles is 360 degree, isn't it? As with we know the following. Okay, now we can add these 3 terms. This 50 plus 130 is 180. Okay, and 180 plus 120 is 300. Okay, so 300 plus x is equals to 360 degree. Okay, now we have to find the value of this x. X is equals to 360 minus this 300 will get transposed to the right hand side, equals to 300. So this will be 60 degree. Okay, so this is how we can solve the example. Now one more thing, एक question आपके दिमाग में आ सकता है, how we are saying that the angles of any figure which is having 4 angles is equals to 180 degree. कैसे ये 180 डिग्री है? So there is one trick here. If we divide 360 डिग्री है, सॉरी दिस इज 360 डिग्री. सो कैसे हम कह सकते हैं कि चारों एंगल्स का सम जो होगा वो 360 डिग्री होगा? वी नो दैट विद द एंगल सम प्रॉपर्टी दैट 3 एंगल्स of a triangle is equals to 180 degree, isn't it? Now we can divide this rhombus or whatever you can say, this polygon into 2 parts. Okay, now if you see these 2 parts, this is also one triangle, this is also one triangle, right? So if you see, there are 2 triangles here, right? And we know with the angle sum property that all the 3 angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degree, right? So what I can do, I can multiply this by 2 into 180. Why? Because I am having 2 triangles here. Similarly, if I am having a polygon here which is having 5 sides and 5 angles, what I can do in this case, I can divide this by into 3 triangles. Okay, this is 1 triangle, this is 2 triangle, this is 3rd triangle, right? So what I can do in this case with the angle sum property, we know that this addition of 3 angles will be 180 degree. So I can directly multiply this to 3 into 180 degree, isn't it? Right? So this will be equals to 540, and this is how it equals to 360 degree. Okay, so if there is a question that you have to find the angles of polygons, hence it is a we know that this is a regular polygon, so it is having all the 5 sides equal and all the 5 angles are also equal, right? So this is a regular polygon, and if there is a question we have to find the angles of this polygon, then we will equate it to 540 degree. Okay, similarly if I will say there is a hexagon means if it is having 6 sides, okay, like this, then what we will do, we will just divide this hexagon into 4 triangles. Okay, this is the first triangle, second triangle, third triangle, fourth triangle. Okay, fourth triangle. So now what I'll do, I'll just multiply this 4 into 180 degree. Okay, we can just multiply this 720 degree. Okay, so this is how we can find out the values of any polygon. Okay, now let us solve that example which we have discussed earlier. If we have to find out the angles of any polygon, okay, which is having this equal angles and equal sides, right? So we can just assume this is x, 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 x and x. As we know, all the 5 angles are equal, right? So I can just add this x plus x plus x plus x plus x is equals to 540, right? Now this is 5x, this is 540. We can find the value of x easily, right? This will be 108 degree. Okay, so all the angles of this polygon will be 108 degree. Okay. So this is how we can find out the angles of any polygons. Okay, now there are two types of angles. Angles means which are inside a parallelogram, or sorry, inside a polygon and outside a polygon. Okay, so we can say that there are two types of angles, that is known as interior angle, okay, and exterior angle. Okay, now what does they mean? What are interior angle and what are exterior angles? Okay, what they mean? Now if the angle is in the polynomial inside the polygon, inside the polygon, then it is a interior angle. Okay, and if it is outside the polygon, then it is known as exterior polygon. Okay, let us say one example. I am having this triangle here. Okay, these are all interior angles. Okay, these are interior angles. Okay, and if I am saying that I am having this figure, let us say like this, and this is extended to here. Now this is called, as it is not in the interior of this polygon, right? So this is known as exterior angle. Okay, exterior angle. Now later on we will see how we can find out the value of angle of exterior also. Okay, value of exterior angle also. This is also we will learn how we can solve this one also. Okay, now let us say I am having this type of line here and an angle like this. Okay, now this is 60 degree and you have to find out this value. Let us say this is x. Okay, now we know that if you see, if you have remember in the earlier classes you have read that this is 180 degree. This is a circle, right? This is 180 degree. If you make a 90 degree angle, so this is 90, this is also 90, right? 90 plus 90, 180 degree, right? So with this concept we can solve this one also. We know that x plus 60 is equals to 180 degree. This all will be, the sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. We can find the value of x easily. 180 minus 60 is equals to 120 degree. Okay, so this is how we can solve the value of x. Similarly, this is the exterior angle. Okay, similarly we can solve other examples as well. Like I am having this polygon, okay, and this is extended. Suppose this is, let us say, 80 degree. Okay, this is 70, 80 plus 70. We should remember that all the four sides are of what, 360 degree, right? So 80 plus 70 is 150. Now what is left? If you have remember, this is 0, 1, 2. 210 is left. Now I can divide these two angles as 105 degree and 105 degree. Okay, now we have to find this angle. Okay, right? Now what I'll do, see, with the same concept, we know this is equals to 180, right? So we can say that x plus 80 is equals to 180 degree, right? Similarly, x is equals to 180 minus 80, x is equals to 100 degree. The value of this x is 100. Okay, now, okay, this is how we can solve the exterior angles as well. Okay, now there are some types of, or you can say that some kinds of quadrilaters. First is trapezium. Okay, first is trapezium, second is kite, and third is parallelogram. Okay, all these three are having different properties. We'll see one by one. Okay, now first is trapezium. Okay, trapezium means any polygon is known as trapezium if it is having one pair of parallel lines. Okay, parallel lines means those lines which will never met. Okay, so this type of figure you can say that is known as trapezium. Okay, as these two lines are, you can say that, parallel to each other. Okay, similarly we can say that this is also a trapezium, right? This is also a trapezium. Why? These two lines are parallel to each other, right? But this is not a trapezium. If you are like drawing any figure like this, okay, so this is not a trapezium. Okay, because if you see these two lines are diverting to each other. Similarly, these two lines are also diverting to each other. Okay, so this is how this is not a trapezium. We can the trapezium is which is having one pair of parallel sides. Okay, now second one is kite. Okay, so kite means it is a special type of quadrilateral. Okay, we can say that if it is in the shape of this kite, okay, and if these two sides are equal and these two sides are equal, then it is known as kite. Then this type of figure is known as kite. Similarly, we can say that if it is like this, these two are equal and these two are equal, so this is also a kite. Okay, next type is parallelogram. Okay, so what parallelogram means, you can easily understand by the name parallel, right? So it is related to parallel lines. So if a figure is having two pairs of parallel lines, then we called it as parallelogram. This is parallel to this and this is parallel to this. Also this is known as quadrilateral. Okay, parallelogram is also known as quadrilateral. So this is you can say that a square is a parallelogram, right? A rectangle is also a parallelogram because opposite sides are parallel to each other. Okay, so we will solve the questions as well on this parallelogram, trapezium, and how we can find the exterior angle of any parallelogram or trapezium or kite. Okay. Okay, let us solve one more example on parallelogram. Okay, this is a parallelogram and we have to find the value of x, y and z. Okay, and we know that the property of parallelogram, it is bisecting each other at 90 degree, right? So it is bisecting at each other means this x is equals to 90 degree. So we can write x is equals to 90 degree. We know the value of x now, right? Now if you remember, we have studied angle sum property. What it says, the sum of measurement of all the three angles in any triangle is equals to 180 degree always, right? So if you just hide these figures, you will see a triangle here in which we know the two angles and we have to find the third angle. So we can use the angle sum property here, right? If you draw roughly here, this is 30 degree, this is 90 degree and this is y. So with the angle sum property, I'll just write here, by angle sum property, this y plus 90 plus 30 is equals to 180 degree, right? So y plus 120 is equals to 180. We can find the value of y, 180 minus 120, we'll get y is equals to 60 degree, right? So this y is equals to 60 degree. Now there is one more property in parallelograms, that adjacent angles are equal. Okay, so if you see these two lines are parallel and these two lines are parallel, right? So if two lines are parallel to each other, then adjacent angles are equal always. So with this property we can say that we know y is equals to 60. So with the adjacent property we can say that this y is equals to z. Okay, so we can also write this z is equals to 60 degree by adjacent property. Okay, so this is how we can solve the value of any parallelogram, in the parallelogram, angles of any parallelogram. Okay, with the different properties, by adjacent property and property of angle sum property. Okay, now let us take one more example. So this is the another example where we have to find the interior angles as well as the exterior angles. Okay, now if you see clearly, these two lines are parallel to each other, right? This is a parallelogram. In parallelogram, opposite sides are equal to each other, right? So we can say that with the adjacent property, this y will be equal to z. Okay, or let us say this is equals to, this is z, so this angle will be equal to 180 minus z, as we know that the sum is 180 degree on of these angles. Yeah, now in parallelogram with the adjacent property, we can say that this y is equals to also 50 degree. Okay, this y is equals to 50 degree, and with the same property, if you remember here, we can say that by adjacent property, this y is equals to z, so z will also be equals to 50 degree, right? Now we have to find the value of x. Okay, so we know that if we want to find this value of x, then we should know this angle, right? But we don't know this angle, so we will find this angle with the help of z. Okay, so 180 minus z, we can write, let us say this is w, so we can say w plus z is equals to 180. Z we know, that is 50 degree, so w plus 50 degree is equals to 180. We can find the value of w, which is equals to 130 degree, right? Now this is 50, this is 50, and this w is 130. We can easily find the value of x, as sum of all the angles in a parallelogram is equals to 360 degree. Okay, now what we can say, if you add all these three angles, 50 plus 50 plus 130 plus x is equals to 360, right? So 50 plus 50 is 100 plus 130, this is 230 plus x is equals to 360. Okay, so x is equals to 360 minus 230, x is equals to 130 degree. Okay, so this x is equals to 130 degree. Okay, so with the adjacent property, we can use we can find the values of interior angle as well as exterior angles. Okay, so this was all about chapter number 3rd of this class 8th, that is understanding quadrilaterals. If you really like this video, then please share and subscribe, and please press the bell icon so that जब भी मैं next video बनाऊँ तो आपको उसका notification मिले. Okay, तो अगर आप मेरी पुरानी वीडियोस देखना चाहते हैं चैप्टर 1 एंड चैप्टर 2 पे, तो उसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में है, आप वहाँ पर जाके उसको क्लिक करके देख सकते हैं. ओके, टिल देन टेक केयर एंड गुड बाय. थैंक यू.